there is a doctor, Mr. Bruce Davidson, who says he believes a stroke is being covered up. A Trump stroke. Now, the stroke conversation about did he have a stroke? Is that the thing they're hiding? Definitely got more inflamed after this event. I think it was a 9/11 memorial event where Trump was drooping. And as I said back then, and I will say again now, I'm not a doctor, and I diagnose this as droopy. Okay? This is what I call droopy face. Whenever the whole right side of your face, your lip is drooping, right? And doesn't look natural, and the videos concerned people. And we looked at that already. Well, now you have Professor Bruce Davidson of Washington State University's Elson S. Floyd College of Medicine making the bombshell claim about the 79-year-old president's health while laying out lines of evidence supportive that have also been reported on by the Daily Beast. So let's listen here.
To the trained, careful observer, what do you think is going on?
My impression is that President Trump has had a stroke. And I think there's several lines of evidence supporting that. I think his stroke was on the left side of the brain, which controls the right side of the body. Mm-hmm. I could, if you wish, I could give you those lines of evidence supportive.
Please.
Sure.
What do you observe?
Earlier in 2025, and by the way, I think the stroke was 6 months ago or more. Earlier in 2025, there's video of him shuffling his feet, which is not what we'd seen him striding on the golf course doing previously. We've seen him holding his right hand in his left, cradling it. And earlier in the year, in 2025, he was garbling words, which he didn't do previously and which he's improved upon more recently. And he's also had marked episodes that have been noticed of daytime excessive sleepiness, a medical term hypersomnolence, which is characteristic of many patients after they've had a stroke. So the fact and most recently there was video of him walking down the stairs from Air Force One, holding the banister with his left hand, although he's right-handed. And all of this is consistent with having had a stroke on the left side of his brain. That stroke is.
So I don't think I heard him mention the face thing. That was just the visual one for me, and seems like what I've heard of as and seen as a symptom of a stroke as well. And I'll leave it to the doctor to give us that series of evidential sort of anecdotes that he went through. And you never know, of course, but I think it's fair for people to asking questions and even speculating a little bit, because the White House has been so weird about this. His doctor's visit, you know how they were screaming, MRI, best MRI ever. Trump was saying this.
That we denuclearize.
Mr. President, could you tell us why you needed to get an MRI? I understand that the results were good, but what was it for?
Because it's part of my physical. Getting an MRI is very sad. Why you think I shouldn't have it? Other people got it.
Typically an MRI
I had an
is a
MRI.
specific part of your body.
Here's what the story is. I had an MRI. The doctor said it was the best result he has ever seen as a doctor.
So that's just saying that makes me go, all right, something's being covered up. Hey, no freaking way that happened. So what did happen? Because that didn't happen. And that makes me really curious about what did happen. If you're telling me the doctor looked at you and said, best result I've ever seen on an MRI. What? That's insane. And guess what? It wasn't an MRI. It was a CAT scan. We heard for, was it weeks? They were saying he had an MRI and it was great and it was perfect and here were the results. And now it wasn't. At this time, it's not entirely clear why President Trump received a CAT scan. According to his doctor, studies performed to definitively rule out any cardiovascular issues. This could mean that the president received a coronary artery calcium CT of the heart to assess his overall heart health. The White House has not yet disclosed exactly what type of CT was performed or the details of the result of the study. So way back then, they said advanced imaging. Okay, then we got more specific MRI. Trump says I got an MRI. It was the best thing ever. But I don't know why I got it or what it was examining. And then we learned it's a CAT scan, and we still don't know what the results were or what was exactly being assessed or why. Sus, I think it could be described as. And Trump is so concerned with his cognitive abilities that they were talking about milk, and he heard that it can help with your cognitive abilities. He goes, cognitive? Cognitive? Me? Cognitive?
So they're absolutely essential for bone development and for teeth. But as a neurosurgeon, the thing I really like is what the brain, what it does for the brain. Right. You know, the brain starts to develop right after conception and adds millions of neurons every single day. Continues to do that right up until the mid to late 20s. Now, it's important what that brain is getting during the development. Is it getting soda or is it getting milk?
So milk would help your cognitive ability?
Absolutely. You can tell who's been drinking
Take a cognitive test. I've taken a lot of them. I've aced every one of them because I drink milk.
It's good.
Why is he getting so many cognitive tests? And why is he looking over to poor children being a part of this photo op and going, did you hear I got a cognitive test? It was the best test the doctor had ever seen. Because of milk. It's a crazy person. What is this? Why are you thinking of that? I don't know if I have the energy to watch this whole clip, but Dr. Jonathan Reiner, Aaron Rupa reported, ticks through all the evidence we have that something has changed for the worse with Trump's health since last summer that the White House is covering up. It's 3 minutes of him just going through a bunch of things he's observed. Save that for a different time, maybe. But then it probably doesn't help his health that Bobby's out there being like, Trump is unhinged with his eating. But he wants us to know he eats better when he's not on the road.
Who has the most unhinged eating habits?
The president. The interesting thing about the president is that he eats really bad food, which is McDonald's, and then, candy and Diet Coke. But he drinks the Diet Coke all times. He has the constitution of a deity. I don't know how he's alive, but he is. And he's at Mar-a-Lago. He says that the only time that he eats the junk food is when he's on the road, and he wants to eat food from big corporations because he trusts it. He doesn't want to get sick when he's on the road. But when he's at Mar-a-Lago or at the White House, he's eating really good food. So I
don't believe that for a second. He has a Diet Coke button on his desk. I don't know. And I'm not judging. I've told you all, I have a difficult time eating as healthy as I should. And I love burgers so much. So this isn't like, no, not at all. But I'm just saying, I don't believe what Bobby just said. But at the White House in Mar-a-Lago, he's eating very great meals. I also do hate, people act like because he eats McDonald's, he's the most everyman, relatable guy ever. Okay, he eats McDonald's, like so does everyone sometimes. But that means he's not pretentious or out of touch. No, it means he's addicted like everyone else, okay? Because it's good. Bad, don't get addicted to it. But I had phases in my life where I would undress a cheeseburger more in my head than I would undress potential romantic partners, okay? So I get it. I sometimes felt like I had a stronger physiological reaction to food to a burger and fries than to a naked person. To a naked person standing in front of me saying, please do fun things with my naked body. I really. But okay, so I'd be like, interesting. But then, so that's my reaction, right? When they go, please, Luke, do fun things to I'm like, Trump, please, sir. All of his stories include, do fun things to my naked body. I'd go, meh. But then I would see a commercial and it'd be like dripping moist liquid off of a burger patty and mayo slurping up into somebody's mouth in a nice bun with seeds and yellow fries that wouldn't degrade in a landfill for 500 years. And my body would react more than someone saying, here's my bum. Spank my bum. Right? I think you get the point. Okay? I think you get the point.
Yeah, it kind of goes back to something that Riley just said. He's a billionaire. He's different. Yeah, it's ironic, though, but he's not really all that different. He loves McDonald's. He likes to hang. He loves his family.
I mean,
the things that are kind of like, not that McDonald's is core to being like an all-American, but I think it is. I love those fries.
Totally.
But, I mean, he's all those things that you...
As a reminder, no one on this panel ever eats McDonald's. They all lie about it. By the way I just described it, that I actually do. Sometimes. I don't anymore now that I'm in Austin because I get P. Terry's and it's better to me. And I think it's better ingredients, materials. But I'm sick of that talking point. He eats McDonald's, so he must not be a corrupt billionaire. Or he's both. I think I might have to get McDonald's tonight. All this talking about it. Oh, no. I'm going to eat real food, and I'm going to drink whole milk straight from the udder of a cow. I'm going to suck the teat of a cow. That's today's show. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. I appreciate you greatly.